thank you, judges, and everyone for being here, having this great opportunity. And I'd like to first also thank one of the best teams ever assembled to put out this product. You guys have been great. Well, just to start right in here, this is going to take kind of a twist from a lot of the more high-tech presentations you've been hearing, and kind of flip it on its, flip things upside down for a minute and think about just your average citizen with a non-technical background, and yet the things they care about, the things they think locally, they think about their communities, and oftentimes something to do with water is a big part of those communities. So we were realizing that oftentimes people would wonder, is my local lake clean and healthy? Is it okay if my dog drinks from this stream? Can I let the kids play in the creek? And those kinds of questions are natural for anyone who really cares about their own health and the health of the environment and what they can do about it. The sad thing is that those types of information had existed for many, many years before we produced How's My Waterway. It's just that they existed as a scientific database that was produced with great detail, with scientific language, technical language, and really not very user-friendly kind of complicated interfaces that were okay for a technical crowd, but they really weren't reaching the public, especially the ones who just had these simple questions about their own community and just how's my local waterway. So what we really had to do was take this already public information, this already national information from the monitoring programs that have been going on for many years in cooperation between states and EPA Office of Water, that have been compiling knowledge about, in fact, what are the answers to this? Where are polluted waters located? What are the pollutants? What's being done about them? And help people know this in the interest of their own safety, their own knowledge of their communities, and the openness and transparency of government information and what kinds of things are being done about problems like water pollution. What we set out to do was to really flip around this technical database and make it easy to get to the information, even without a technical background, make it local, make it fast to get retrieved information. And we also wanted to be able to use things people related to, a quick list they could look down, a map format, because that reaches a lot of people in the things they like to see. Most of all, we needed to take a lot of scientific language and turn it into plain English that would reach many, many magnitude difference of the size of the audiences that we had been reaching with the exact same information. And yet, by doing that, we also needed to remain true to the original scientific information. Quite a challenge, quite a challenge. But really what we ended up doing to create How's My Waterway, and what you saw if you visited our booth out there, you saw that, first of all, the How's My Waterway website and mobile app, which is platform independent and can be pulled up on any device and we'll reformat for it, has been out since the 40th anniversary of the Clean Water Act, since October 2012. And we've had plenty of great feedback on that from all kinds of user groups. It's been very interesting. But what you also may have seen at the booth was a new version which starts at the map in a kiosk format that we've been designing with our partners in the Smithsonian and in NOAA, Coastal America, which has networks of museums and kiosks all over the country. So we're taking an idea that's been reaching people through online and also thinking museums and even quicker visits. So you saw both versions there. What you get then is a combination of being able to pull up your general information right away, which shows in a 10 by 10 mile area what waters are polluted, unpolluted, or unassessed. And you get plain English descriptions of what those pollutants are and what's being done about them. And really getting to the point of why this was interesting or innovative. The risk to the public really is not knowing about your polluted waters. But the novelty was to try and totally reverse the scientific and impenetrable language to something that average people would understand. In terms of collaboration and engagement, we involve all states' data. We've been partnering with NOAA and Smithsonian, and a multi-skilled team product really involving outreach, public speaking, science, and good coding. Efficiency-wise, then, we used all existing EPA data, architecture, and services, and this is essentially a cost-free public outreach for all 50 states to do without investing in outreach themselves about their waters. Transferability-wise, this offers not only a plain English model for other science agencies that are in the same situation we were in with EPA, but also a model for reaching public with your own information in other ways. Thank you.
So great applicability for the next swimming hole trip or fishing trip, canoeing?
Yep. As most people know, I'm an outdoor guy. I like to hike. Water quality is a big deal to me. I want to know what my dog's getting into or what possibly I'm drinking as I'm going across the stream and fall down. Water quality is a huge issue in this country, and its application is just fabulous because it takes, again, what was complicated scientific data and turns it into something that an average citizen can actually use. Hopefully one day, we'll expand this a little bit. So I noticed on the demo there are gaps in the data where there might not be up-to-date or current water quality readings for the stream or tributary that I'm in. I hope I can pull out a little flask or something, not a flask.
Was it empty?
Test tube, and collect and send off to EPA. I mean, this is citizen participation in water quality. So I think it's a really, really cool app. Congratulations.
Yeah, this was wonderful. It's a classic example of using innovative technologies for awesome citizen service, pure and simple.
I'm just thinking about the flask and fly fishing. I lost my train of thought.
Iron falling down in there somewhere.
I would say one thing that I like this. It's sort of simplified the application. It's sort of like what Apple did. They hide the technology and make it look so simple. And I think they've done that as well. It's wonderful.